don't want to hear from you one day that you started smoking or you started drinking or you went to the club. Club? What? Club? At your age, you should be home studying. You're talking about club. Eh? Ain't you ashamed of yourself? I don't want to hear that kind of nonsense talk from your mouth. Okay? Okay. Hi everyone. As always, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about back to school tips for Christian teens. this year you need to go to school with a different mindset though. The different mindset. Don't go to school like last year. This mindset has to be different. We need to make some changes. But I got you. So the first tip that I would give you is, first of all, just know that if you go to school, everyone, if they know that you're a Christian, they're all going to have their eyes on you. Okay, so it's very important that you are at your best. Now, I know that can feel very overwhelming, okay, but I encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. Don't focus on them, just keep doing what you're doing. Just continue being the good Christian girl or guy that you are. Don't let your eyes on you discourage you from doing what you have to do. No. And I know, trust me, I know how it feels when you make a mistake or when you sin and everyone is like, oh, look at that person, isn't she a Christian? Yeah, she's behaving like this, like that. I know how it feels, okay? But remember that only Jesus is perfect. As Christians, we are supposed to strive for perfection. So the most important thing is that you get back up and you continue doing what you have to do. Don't focus on the crowd. Focus on Jesus. Okay, so that is the first tip that I would give you. The second tip that I would give you is to remember that, yes, sometimes you might feel left out because of your lifestyle, because your peers do things that are different from you, because they do sinful things and things like that. But it's okay. In reality, you're not alone. God is with you. And also, even though no one might see what you're doing, God sees it and is proud of you. Remember that, okay? We're not just doing what God tells us to do to feel good about ourselves. We're doing this also so we can please God, okay? And hopefully, by doing what pleases God, people will see God in us and want to glorify Him, okay? Third tip that I would give you is, it's not always going to be successful when it comes to winning souls for Christ, because especially if you're in high school, people can be very mean. They can make you feel very bad for sharing your faith. But be proud of your faith. Be proud of your faith. Don't let anyone or anything convince you to be ashamed of your faith. Okay? Because being a Christian is something that you should be proud of. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Even though, again, you might feel left out, but remember that you're doing this for God, not for you. So, if you win souls for Christ, yes. But if you don't, it's okay. There are many people out there. Even just your lifestyle can influence people, can make people look up to you. Even though they don't say it, some people are very insecure, but deep down it's because they envy you. It's not just because they don't like you. So watch out for that. What tip that I would give you is to not engage in gossip, please. Don't engage in gossip. If you are a tafia like me, or if you can't help it, the best thing I suggest you to do is just listening. Like, everybody knows me, I mind my business. If you're talking, you talk. The only thing I do is listening, but it's not like what you are saying now. I'll go outside and go and tell the next person or the next neighbor, no, I mind my business. Yeah. See nothing, hear nothing. Unless that person is my close friend and I hear this person that is supposed to be their friend that is talking bad about my friend, then that's when I go and tell. But aside from that, me, I mind my business. Even when I go outside in the workplace, they're gossiping, or if it's something that has to do with drama, the only thing I do is listen. But it's not like if they're talking far away, I'm going to go far away and I'm going to put my ear and I'll listen to what I'm saying. No. If you are in front of me and you're talking, obviously it's not like I can ignore it. I can't ignore it, so I'll just listen. But same thing I would do in school. The gossip there, everything. It was frustrating because they were all fake to each other. Like, they were not true friends. Like, it was just embarrassing and just disgusting and disturbing. But yeah, do not engage in gossip, because the next thing you know, anything you say can be used against you. So just shut up your mouth and mind your business. Which brings me to my fifth point. It is very good to mind your business. Even the Bible says it, mind your business and do the work of your hands. Mind your business. No go put your head for waiting no concern you. Mind your business. Mind your business. Really. But obviously, if it's something that requires you to come in, like when it comes to like justice, or when it comes to defending someone who is getting bullied, please don't mind your business, because things like this happen because people mind their business a bit too much. So yeah, the sixth tip that I would give you is which is also relates to my previous point. If you're getting bullied, please, I beg you, do not keep quiet. Tell your parents. If they are good parents, I'm pretty sure they will take action about it. Tell your teachers. If possible, don't go to the extreme to tell the principal if you have to. Do something about it and stand up for yourself, even if it means having to defend yourself physically. Please don't be like those people that just let themselves get hit. No, defend yourself, because you never know when they can go to the extreme and then they can also take your life. Because if you let yourself look too weak, they'll take advantage of you. And this is coming from experience. So please stand up for yourself and don't let anyone talk to you anyhow or treat you anyhow, even in class. Please. Standing up for yourself also shows that you respect yourself. Okay? Sometimes it's best not to respond to idiots. Just let them talk. But in many other occasions, it's best that you let yourself be respected. Okay. The seventh tip that I would give you is pray. Because I know that school can not only feel like a prison, but it can also feel like a battleground, especially as a Christian. So pray when you feel alone. Pray when you feel attacked. Pray when you feel discouraged. Pray. Anything that is troubling you, just pray. Only before you go to school, pray, because you never know how your day is going to go. So make sure you include God in your day. Don't leave Him out of it. The eighth tip that I would give you is school can also be a great place to make friends. Don't let people convince you that every high school friend is not going to be a lifestyle friend, or every high school friend is a fake friend. No, you can make good friends in high school. It's just hard to do, but it's possible. Okay. You can also be a good friend to someone. You can also be a blessing in someone's life. Ninth tip that I would give you is don't try to impress your peers by doing sinful things. Okay? Like, I don't want to hear from you one day that you started smoking or you started drinking or you went to the club. Club? What? Club? At your age, you should be home studying. You're talking about club. Ain't you ashamed of yourself? I don't want to hear that kind of nonsense talk from your mouth. Okay? Okay. So don't engage in sinful things. Focus on God and focus on doing the things that please Him, because I know it can be very tempting to do things to look good in front of your peers, but there's nothing good about sin. Maybe you can feel good in the moment, maybe you can feel good because your peers are suddenly lifting you up, but they are lifting sin up. They are glorifying Satan, and you're supposed to glorify God, not sin. And even though it might feel pleasurable in the moment, but you know all sin leads to death, all sin leads to destruction. So please be very careful. Focus on pleasing God. Sin is not worth it. And especially when it comes to smoking, all this nonsense, remember that your health is very important. Which brings me to my next point. My 10th point, I think it's my 10th point. Your health is very important. Maybe your parents might not agree, but your parents need to invest in your health and everything that will help you with your health. Whether it be physical health, whether it be mental health, whether it be spiritual health. If you're not taking care of these things and it's starting to affect you in your school and you're starting to fail in your classes, in your education, it's okay. Do not be hard. Do not be hard on yourself. Do not be hard on yourself, because especially mental health is very important, and any kind of pain can really cause you to not focus on your education or on anything that you have to do. So if you fail at school because of your mental health, because of your physical health, don't be hard on yourself. Do what you have to do to improve your health. Okay, anything that relates to health, do what you have to do to improve your health, so you can focus well on your education. Because everyone can say, or especially parents, they can feel like it's shameful or it's embarrassing, but they also need to do their part the same way you're going to do your part. So them as parents, it's their responsibility to take care of you, not just financially or not just by putting a roof on your head, but your health matters. They don't need to be them yelling at you that you need to do better while your health is bad. It's not going to help you. But investing in everything that will make your mental health okay, that is what is going to help you with your education. Now, the 11th tip that I have to give you, especially for my ladies, is that relationships can be good but also bad. Okay? If you're in high school, know that when parents say, finish your high school first before getting into a relationship, it's understandable, because being in a relationship can just bring more problems. Let me explain. Now, being in a relationship can make you very happy. It can add to your happiness, but sometimes it can add to your problems. If you are depressed, and for example you get into a fight with your boyfriend or with your girlfriend, know that is just going to add more problems into your daily life problems, and it's going to affect your education, and it's going to take a big part of your emotions, and it's going to affect your emotions. It's going to affect your mental health in a good or in a bad way. If you guys don't have arguments all the time, if you don't fight all the time, it's fine. But at the same time, I want you to take this into consideration, because being in a relationship is not as easy as social media makes it seem. So yeah, and please, especially for my ladies, again, being in a relationship is very serious. You need to have a goal in mind. All these guys that, especially high school dudes, they usually just want to be in a relationship so they can have sex with you. So you know what the Bible says. You know the standards that the Bible also has for you. So don't settle for any rubbish guy in high school. If if you want to be in a relationship, make sure he's a Christian, and make sure that what he does, what his actions align with what the Bible says, and also make sure that it does not affect your education if you choose to be in a relationship. Because a guy who discourages you from studying, who discourages you from furthering your education or anything like that, is not a good guy. Okay? And if you choose to be in a relationship, that guy should be encouraging you in your studies. He should help you in your studies, and he should be there for you, especially when it comes to things that involve your education and your studies. Because if he's just going to take you down, if he's just going to pull you down and make you even worse in your education, then that relationship is not worth it. Focus on your education, and then when you feel like you can handle it, in God willing, you can focus on being in a relationship with a godly and non-toxic man. Okay, thank you for watching, and I hope these tips helped you. Bye.